Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Kody Brown's latest move with his family signals an emotional turning point. Kody Brown from Sister Wives has been trying to mend his relationships with his children, but comments made by Janelle Brown suggest otherwise. Kody was previously involved in polygamous relationships with 4 women: Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn Brown. He wasn't only a husband to his 4 wives but also a father to 18 children. Kody's relationships with his first 3 wives and their children soured over time. He devoted most of his time to his 4th wife, Robyn, which ultimately resulted in his other wives leaving him. Not only did Kody's decision to give Robyn priority cause his previous wives to distance themselves from him, but it also caused him a great deal of tension with his adult children. Kody lost touch with a number of his children during the COVID-19 pandemic. He put pressure on Janelle to have his sons Garrison and Gabe leave the house, forgot one of his sons' birthdays, stopped giving gifts to his children on Christmas, and didn't go to his daughter Isabel's surgery. He also grew distant from his other children, such as Paydon and Maddie, who began resenting him for mistreating their mothers. Kody's relationship with his children. Kody began contemplating repairing his relationship with his children during the 19th season of Sister Wives. He disagreed with his last wife, Robyn, who advised him to deal with his children's issues. Although Kody agreed he wanted to make amends, he also confessed that he wasn't willing to force them to love him. Robyn, on the other hand, persuaded him to do whatever it took to repair his relationship with his children and kept pushing him. She even suggested that he camp outside their doorsteps if it would help him reconnect with them. Recently, Suki Krishnan, the host of Sister Wives, shared information about Kody's situation with his kids. He's trying to find a place where he can meet his sons as men and his daughters as women, she stated on the Sarah Fraser show. Suki mentioned that Kody is working hard to mend past conflicts with his kids. She acknowledged the complexity of this task but emphasized Kody's determination to continue trying despite the challenges. Suki clarified that Kody's aim is to improve as a father, but admitted that some of his children are reluctant to interact with him. Kody will always keep his doors open for his kids. He said, "My children will always be my children and the door will always be open to them." The former polygamous patriarch acknowledged that although he's willing to keep the door open, his kids would also need to make an effort to come through that door. He expressed that he would always be willing to extend a hand for potential reconciliation, but wouldn't leave Robyn to have a relationship with his children. Kody's statement revealed that although he's eager to repair his relationship with his children, he isn't willing to go to great lengths to please them. Kody acknowledges that some of his kids may prefer him to prioritize Robyn less, as they believe that she is a major reason he has spent less time with their mothers. Robyn may even want to be removed from his family by some of his children. However, Kody has firmly stated that he will not give up Robyn just to be close to his children. He would always choose his wife over his children. According to Janelle, Kody has distanced himself from his kids. She claimed that he has distanced himself from his children and isn't making the necessary effort to repair those broken relationships. In October 2024, Janelle and Christine appeared in an interview with E! News. They discussed the end of their marriages with Kody while addressing Kody's current state of mind. They also discussed their children dealing with daddy issues, placing blame on Kody for the emotional turmoil he has caused with the family. Using her daughter, Maddie, as an example, Janelle revealed the state of her children's relationship with Kody. She explained that Maddie lacked interest in re-establishing a relationship with Kody, saying, "Maddie really is just one example of how my children are feeling about their father." Janelle noted that Kody has really distanced himself from her kids. It's unclear if Suki's update is more current than Janelle's. However, Christine and Janelle expressed hope that this could be fixed in the future and expressed deep sadness that their children no longer had a relationship with Robyn's 5 children. Only Isabel, Hunter, and Michael T follow Kody on social media. In Sister Wives Season 19, Kody recounted a conversation he had with his daughter, Aspen Brown, whom he shares with Christine. He said, "Aspen literally asked why I didn't like her. During a confessional, Kody said, and I'm like, sweetheart, I love you. And I have, always and always will." He mentioned a lengthy discussion they had, where he pointed to Christine as the reason for their strained relationship. Despite Aspen being pregnant with her first child, there has been no update on whether Kody has visited her yet. While Kody may be trying to reach out to his kids privately, the social media activity of the Brown family children has shown who is willing to engage with him. Aspen keeps her Instagram private, but her husband, Mitchell Thompson, has a public profile where he doesn't follow Kody. The fact that only 3 of his children, Isabel, Hunter, and Michael T. Brown, follow Kody on social media speaks volumes about his current relationships with others. It's possible that other Brown family children no longer wish to be associated with the sister-wife star. Kody Brown wasn't just a husband to 4 wives, he was also the father of 18 children. That number once symbolized the richness of a polygamous lifestyle, a large, interwoven family that could share support, love, and companionship. But as the show progressed and Kody's favoritism toward Robyn became more visible, cracks formed, not just in his marriages, but in his relationships with his children. Where once he was actively involved in the lives of Logan, Aspen, Maddie, Hunter, Paydon, Garrison, Gabriel, Isabel, and others, now many of those children are publicly silent, or worse, critical of their father. Some have outright rejected him, and others maintain distant or non-existent relationships. COVID-19, the catalyst for family division. The COVID-19 pandemic was the tipping point for Kody's already strained family dynamics. Instead of using that time to unify his children under one protective umbrella, Kody enforced divisive rules, often with harsh ultimatums that pushed his children away. He demanded that Janelle's sons, Garrison and Gabe, move out because they refused to comply with his strict lockdown rules. He forgot one of his sons' birthdays, skipped Isabel's scoliosis surgery, and canceled Christmas gifts for his kids. These choices weren't just poor parenting moments, they were emotional betrayals for children who had once loved and trusted him. The result? A wave of resentment that has rippled through the Brown family, particularly among the adult children. Kody's broken bond with his sons. Perhaps the most heartbreaking fractures are between Kody and his sons. Garrison and Gabriel, sons he shared with Janelle, were once seen enjoying time with their dad on family trips. But now, their relationship is almost non-existent. After being told to move out, Gabe was emotionally devastated, even crying on camera when describing how Kody forgot his birthday. These sons didn't just lose a father figure, they lost a man who had chosen Robyn's comfort over their love and loyalty. In the years since the pandemic, Kody has shown few public gestures of reconciliation toward them. And while he's spoken vaguely about wanting to heal those bonds, there's little evidence he has made concrete steps, beyond talking about it on television. Robyn Brown, wife or wedge? At the heart of much of the family's division lies Robyn Brown. Once introduced as the 4th wife who would balance the Brown family with grace and harmony, she's now viewed by many, including the children, as a wedge who helped isolate Kody from the rest of his wives and kids. Christine, Mary, and Janelle have all accused Kody of prioritizing Robyn, and viewers have long speculated that Robyn enjoys more control over Kody than he is willing to admit. While Robyn herself has encouraged Kody to rebuild bridges with his children, even suggesting he camp outside their homes if needed, Kody's loyalty to her often outweighs his willingness to humble himself for his kids. He's made it clear, he won't leave Robyn or lessen her role, even if that's what it would take to win back his children's trust. This ultimatum-like stance undermines any reconciliation attempts. Janelle's damning assessment. Perhaps no one has offered more piercing insight into Kody's failings as a father than Janelle Brown. In an October 2024 interview with E! News, Janelle spoke candidly about her kids' emotional wounds, laying the blame squarely at Kody's feet. Maddie really is just one example of how my children are feeling about their father, Janelle explained. Her comments were both heartbreaking and revealing. Kody isn't just emotionally distant, he's not even trying. According to her, he has pulled away from his children and failed to reach out in meaningful ways. While Suki Krishnan, the host of Sister Wives, paints a picture of a man working hard to reconnect, Janelle's first-hand experience suggests otherwise. Christine's perspective, grieving the disconnection. Like Janelle, Christine Brown has also publicly mourned the emotional fracture between her children and Robyn's. One of the tragedies of Kody's decisions is that Robyn's children are now isolated from the rest of their siblings. Christine expressed hope that these relationships could eventually be rebuilt, but her words carried an undertone of loss and finality. Christine's daughters, such as Aspen, Mykelti, and Isabel, once saw Kody as a central figure in their lives. But after he refused to travel for Isabel's surgery and blamed Christine for tensions with Aspen, his credibility as a father figure took a major hit. Even Aspen reportedly asked Kody why he didn't like her, a question no father wants to hear from his daughter. The social media divide. A quiet yet telling reflection of Kody's estrangement from his kids is their social media activity. Of all his children, only Hunter, Isabel, and Mykelti follow him online. That means 15 of his 18 children are not connected to him through the most basic form of digital interaction. In the world of reality TV, social media can speak volumes. The children's silence, or outright absence, from Kody's digital orbit speaks to the level of disconnection. It's not just that they aren't close, it's that some don't want to be associated with him at all. Even Aspen, who is expecting her first child, appears to have not shared her pregnancy news with Kody, or if she has, it hasn't been celebrated publicly. This is especially sad for a man who once prided himself on being a family patriarch. Kody's own words reveal his priorities. Kody has recently stated, "My children will always be my children and the door will always be open to them." On the surface, this appears touching, a father holding space for future reconciliation. But in the same breath, he added, "They'll have to walk through that door. I'm not leaving Robyn to fix things." In other words, his love has conditions. The message to his kids is clear: come back on my terms. Robyn stays. While no one would argue that Kody should abandon his wife, his refusal to show flexibility or do the emotional heavy lifting undermines the sincerity of his invitation. His children don't just want access to him, they want accountability, effort, and humility. What Suki Krishnan thinks, and why it matters. Suki Krishnan, the Trusted Sister Wives host who has interviewed all the Browns, recently appeared on the Sarah Fraser show and suggested Kody is trying to meet his sons as men and his daughters as women. While well-intentioned, this framing seems a bit tone-deaf. Kody's children aren't looking for peer-level validation, they're looking for a father who can apologize, acknowledge mistakes, and show up. Suki's optimism about Kody's emotional progress may reflect what he says behind the scenes, but fans and family members alike are watching for actions, not words. Robyn's isolation, Kody's obsession. One reason Kody may be clinging so tightly to Robyn is that she's all he has left. His former wives are gone, his children are distant, and even his standing among fans is fractured. Robyn remains his emotional anchor, but at what cost? Robyn has expressed frustration about being isolated from the family, yet remains entwined in decisions that alienate others. It's unclear whether she truly supports a full family reconciliation or simply wants the appearance of harmony while maintaining her status. A fork in the road. As season 19 continues, it's becoming clear, Kody Brown is at a crossroads. The emotional turning point he faces isn't just about his children, it's about the kind of man, father, and husband he wants to be moving forward. Does he want to remain a defensive, stubborn patriarch, or evolve into a humble, present father who can admit when he was wrong? If he continues down the path of emotional rigidity, his legacy will be one of division, regret, and lost connections. But if he takes this turning point seriously and makes bold, honest efforts to repair his family, there may still be hope. Final thoughts: is it too late? The story of Sister Wives is no longer about plural marriage. It's about the aftermath of broken promises, emotional neglect, and complicated healing. For Kody Brown, the time to act is now. His children are growing older. Some are starting their own families. And with each passing season, the opportunity to be the father he once promised to be slips further away. Kody Brown's relationship with Robyn began with controversy, but for a long time, it appeared to solidify into a strong, even obsessive, partnership. Fans who watched early seasons of Sister Wives recall Kody gushing over Robyn, defending her endlessly, and bending over backward to make her happy, sometimes at the emotional expense of his other wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine. While the other relationships suffered and ultimately crumbled, Robyn was the last wife standing. When Christine left, viewers assumed Robyn would become even more indispensable. When Janelle separated, it felt like Robyn had won. And when Mary finally walked away from her legal and spiritual marriage, Robyn seemed to become the sole recipient of Kody's attention. Their relationship was seen as the endgame.